2, 1.
Hey, it's Russ and Bo 2.0. This is, God, how many have we done now? 10, 11, 12? I don't know how many episodes, but thank you so much. 15. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for listening. I'm Russ Rollins, host of the program with 265 pounds, cream and steel and sex appeal, the big man, Bo Rose.
I wish. What's up? Damn it, man. Did I have a good dinner? Nice and easy last night.
I do that out of kindness.
I appreciate it.
If I'm feeling ornery, I'll make you 295. But
that's more close.
Have you ever seen I have never seen the scale over 299. I've seen it at 299. I've been to 299 before. I've never seen the scale. I'm not saying I've never weighed 300. I'm just saying I ain't never seen it. Have you ever seen the scale over 300?
304.
Oh, God.
No.
304 was my biggest. Now I'm hovering between 280 and 290.
Now, what do you do when you're 304? Do you ever say, I got to go on a diet?
I get off the scale.
You're right. And just forget. And use that one of the Men in Black thing.
Exactly. I get off the scale.
I forget I saw that something. No. Ryan Holmes here, by the way, as well. Ryan, how you doing, buddy?
Good, fellas.
Hey, tonight Ryan's going to be doing his trivia night. I'm looking forward to it. It's fun he is the best trivia man in Orlando. If you don't believe me, ask the Orlando Weekly.
And I'll tell you, man, I like to go. My wife and I like to go.
Yes, Tracy came last week. Yeah. She was very cordial and nice and sweet.
We only get to go every other week. I mean, she can go whenever, but I only get to go every other week because, I got to close and do what I do.
Yeah.
And, but I have a good time. I really enjoy going, Ryan. It's a lot of fun.
Well, you almost got me to go to Nice and Easy the other night.
Yeah, what happened with that? Well, you guys went and saw Ryan Holmes do comedy. Scotty York is here, by the way. Yep. He handles the Russ and Bo Empire.
He's our business manager.
And he handles everything with the, it's a russandbo.com. And if you ever need us to come out and do our podcast at your place of business, well, we're whores. Yeah, we'll do it.
You have to need us. You don't just have to want us. You have to need us to come out.
You don't have to need it. You just want.
Tell us we're pretty when we're done.
If you want, you got a checkbook. We want to talk to you.
Yeah, we'll do anything for the right price. You just got to talk to Scotty York and go through him. I had someone ask me about it the other day. I'm like, I don't handle it. That's Mr. York.
Which is why we put Scotty in by design. We put Scotty in charge of that stuff because you and I are weak. We'll say yes to everybody. We want to be nice.
No, I'll say no to everybody. Oh, yeah. You'll say yes. I'll say no.
Exactly.
And the one that we won't go because we don't know what to do.
Exactly.
But
so call Scotty.
So you and Scotty
called me up. He said, what time you get off? I said about 35, 45 minutes. And he goes, cool. You want to go see Ryan? He's in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, where? And he told me the name of the bar. Well, that happens to be one half a block away from Nice and Easy.
Uh-huh.
So I said,
which is your favorite bar now?
Yeah, I love but Nice and Easy. You know what it is?
It's a smoky old dive.
It's not as bad as the one where Ryan was performing. I promise you.
It's a step up from Ryan's place.
Yeah. It's 5-star comparatively speaking.
Well, how could they afford Ryan Holmes?
Listen, man, I didn't get into all the money. I did end up.
He's a big-time radio star, comedy man.
I bought a few friends, and Scotty put it best. He goes, you got to love a place that has a competition to see who they're going to bring back to this place next week.
It was.
So I guess you didn't win, huh?
No, I was headlining.
Yeah, he was headliner.
How they got me was the right price to do 20 minutes. That's how they got me.
And I'll tell you what, I was laughing my ass off. Ryan ain't only a good
producer,
trivia guy.
Yeah,
he's a great producer.
Yeah,
and he's funny.
Well, that's
he's a funny dude.
That's why we have him hanging around.
Some of the stuff he was saying, I wish I could remember it, but I mean,
he's funny. He's not memorable.
You don't remember,
but he's funny.
But I wanted to steal a couple lines, but I got wrapped up in other stuff.
Well, huge crowd.
There were some people there. A few of my buddies showed up. Some of my Spanish buddies were my amigo, my buddy, and brought a couple of his buddies. And, they
were great. At the end, they're like, you need to come with us. Go. We do 2 shots. It'll be very fun.
Nice and easy. Let's go to the bar across the street.
I got to work in the morning.
He was so close to Nice and Easy. I wanted to bring him. I said, we talk about it every week. You should come see it. And he's like, man, I'm sick and I got to go home. He goes, but where is it? And I thought I had him.
He almost had him. He almost had me.
But I didn't push.
Damn it.
It was a Sunday night. So 4 o'clock was coming up fast. And I was still sick from going to Universal the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it was good. It was I feel bad for some of those guys. There were some pretty funny guys there. You know, a lot of those comics, when you see them not being funny, they're weird dudes.
Oh, all of them are.
Weird
Every
dudes,
stand-up
man.
comic I've ever known has some idiosyncrasy. There's some weird thing about them. There's some, and that's why we laugh, is because they have a different perspective than normal people. Their perspective is different.
Yeah, but they're just weird dudes.
I try to give them some creativity. Would you?
Yeah.
I mean, don't you have to agree, right? Ryan Holmes, like all the comics. There's something broken or strange or odd about every stand-up comic. Name me one that's normal, dude.
I would have to agree with you. I don't. All the regular people are not that funny.
Yeah, you're right.
Which is weird. Like the guys who are just like regular guys who are really good at the business side.
Yeah. They're not
tend to not be the funnier guys.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is. It is a perspective thing, because I say things out loud sometimes in hyperbole on the show, but sometimes just in real life. And you guys just don't even understand where I'm coming from on a regular thing that I'm not trying to be funny on. So I'm like, yeah, I guess I do view the world a little different.
And then he uses words like,
just think they're smarter than we are.
Then he uses words like hyperbole and throws us off. What the hell's he? You know,
he lost me at hyperbole.
That's what I do. So
Sorry about that.
So we're going to Bubbaloo's tonight because he's got the trivia night.
Right.
But you can't make it?
No. I got to close up. You know, when you work at a dealership.
Yeah.
Bill Ray Nissan, by the way.
Yeah.
When you work at a dealership, you work a lot of hours.
That's what I told my boy.
And I know. And I want to get to that.
Yeah, we will.
Listen, I got a great management staff. I got a great ownership. They give me a lot of leeway. You know, I'm off every other Thursday, and I get to leave for 4 hours on this Thursday when I do work. So
they let you come and do the podcast every Thursday.
And they don't mind if I go eat lunch.
Are you still liking this? You still having fun?
I really do. I look forward to it. And I'll tell you,
people, just so you know, I just saw the numbers again.
Yeah.
We're like in this whole company, like as far as per podcast, where we have Ryan Holmes, am I lying or am I dying?
No, you're serious. Yeah.
Per podcast, Russ and Bo 2.0, number one in the building. I mean, like there are other podcasts that are beating us, but it's entire radio programs. Like, you know, but I mean, we're doing like 45 minutes once a week. So there are shows that are their podcasts every day.
Right.
So we have, like, if we have 5 podcasts, you know, they've got to have 50. You know,
are you trying to say we need to do more podcasts?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Once
a week.
I'm just saying.
My attitude about this is the way your attitude was about the show in the beginning.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I'm just here to have fun.
Yeah,
like, I don't care. It's like whatever. And the fact that it's very, very successul, that's cool. We're making a little bit of money on the side. It's fun to see you guys on Thursday. Hey,
that's cool.
That's cool. I don't really give a flying.
Hey, well, I'll tell you what kind of is good for me. Like when JYD out at Love My Phone engraved my new phone
Love
case.
that guy.
Engraved my new phone case.
Yeah.
And I started showing it to people and they think it's really cool. And they're like, oh yeah, the podcast. A buddy of mine, I don't get to talk to very often, one of my Marine Corps buddies, he is listening, just sent me a text on the way here today saying, I just heard about it. It's awesome. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I love it. He's like, say hi to Slammer for me. I'm in, Johnny Slam Dance, and I'll hear it and I can play it for people. And he lives in Alabama.
Yeah.
And I got a buddy in South Carolina. And I mean, it's starting to go around, everywhere. To me, that's the cool thing. People everywhere hear it.
Monsters have so many listeners nationwide and even worldwide, which is crazy. So when I'm promoting it on the show, that people know to listen. People that maybe loved the show when you were back on, they want to listen to it now. So it's cool. It's good.
No, it is. And again, I love everybody for listening. I'm not quite sure why y'all do, but please don't stop.
Well, when I promote it, I always said, hey, I appreciate y'all listening, and it means a lot to Bo.
It does. It really does. And I love, like my boss at work is like, hey, you can talk about the new lifetime warranty thing we got going on. And I was like, yeah, I got plenty of time for that. I get right into that.
Yeah, right.
But I do want to get into my probably next newest employee.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. So let me start from the beginning. So my boy. Love my son. He's a good boy. He is a good kid.
He's
he
a
is
great
good
kid.
But we sent him off to. Now, as many of you know, college is expensive. Ryan
It ain't
Holmes,
cheap.
you know, college is expensive, right?
Yeah, I'll be paying for that till I'm about 65.
Yeah. Well, imagine if you had parents that paid for it for you.
Oh,
Okay.
sounds wonderful.
So your parents pay for it for you. How many classes would you fail if your parents paid for it for you?
None.
Yeah, that's the
You
answer.
would think. You would think that.
You would think.
Yeah. Well, you know what though? People that get stuff for free, it's like somebody said this the other day.
I agree.
If you don't make them pay, they're not going to show up.
So he's been there. He's been down in FAU for 5 years, and he's 5 classes short. 5 classes short. And I'm like, why'd your girlfriend already graduate, but you're 5 classes? Well, I failed a couple classes. So I need 5 more classes. I'm like, cool. What they have for that, right? They got student loans.
Right.
And what a student loan is, it means you got to pay for it. Oh, different situation now, isn't it?
Right.
So, and I've paid for a lot of stuff for him. So now it's to the point where he has a new, he had a,
come to Jesus?
Well, no, a lease coming up for his apartment down there. And I'm like, cool. Just so you know, I will not be co-signing this time. You're a grown man. You're 23. You're a grown man now. So a grown man needs to figure it out. Oh, Dad, well, I'm like, yeah, you need to get a real job. And so we talked, and I said, listen, he goes, well, I can't find anything down here. I've been looking for work, and he's got a Ryan Holmes beard, right?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
You know that? I didn't know that.
Hold on. Well,
that's news.
Don't you worry. I've solved this problem. He's got a Ryan Holmes beard, and let's face it, he's got Dad's body. Okay, and he's working at the counter at a gym.
Right, handing out towels.
And he's wondering why they're cutting back his hours. And I said, boy, you got the nasty ass beard, and you don't really look like,
professional
at a gym. You're supposed to be in shape. I'm not trying to be an a-hole. I'm just being a dad. I'm just saying,
the people at the gym need to be in shape that are working at the gym,
right?
Unless you're like the cleaning lady.
So, and he said, well, I've been looking for work. I can't find anything. I'm like, of course you can't find anything. You're not cleaned up. You're not buttoned up. So I said, listen, you come live here. And his mom, I talked to his mom. Her and I get along wonderfully. And she's like, look, him and his girlfriend both can live with me. It's fine. They'll have a free place to live. But he's got to find a job. I said, well, let me call my man. And I called Bo. And I said, hey, listen, if he came over, would you at least give him a look at? And you said, hey, yeah, I'll be glad to work with him. I called him back. I said, here's the deal. You shave the nasty ass beard.
Yeah, it's got to go. You
got to start losing some pounds, boy, and get your hair all. You got to look buttoned up. And because I'm not going to send you to Bo's if you're not. You got to promise me that you're going to do your best. Yes, sir, I will. Look. He has said and done all the right things. I love the kid. He's a great kid. But so Bo talked to him, and you said that you might be able to help him out.
Obviously, the kid's like truly a nephew to me. He's
you're
family,
Uncle Bo to him. Yeah,
he's family, and I'm going to do whatever I can to help him. That beard I didn't know about. I'm glad you've handled that because I was going to have to.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been good.
And Bo, I want you
first thing.
The way you did at Party World, I want you to treat him just like you would treat, I know you can be rough on people, and he might need a little of that.
Well, I was talking to my general sales manager. I said, hey, I'm going to bring in, Russ's son, my nephew, and I need people in my department. And we're doing some sort of program now where we're bringing in people who haven't sold anything before, and we're going to teach them to be car salesmen. So I feel like this is a perfect timing for us as a business and for Ryan. I'm going to bring him directly into my department. He's going to start at the bottom, and he ain't going to be washing cars, and he ain't going to be picking up, he ain't going to be mowing lawns.
I told him, you go and whatever Bo tells you to do, you do, and you're going to work a lot of hours. And just because when I was that age, we were working
60 hours a week, easy.
All the time.
Easy. We were Monday through Saturday.
And that's what you got to do in life to make it. But there's a lot of kids that age that think, oh, I work this time, I should get everything they expect everything given to them. Yeah. That's bull crap, man. That's not the way we grew. That's not how we got to where we got.
And I was talking to my GSM, and he goes, hiring friends, hiring this, hiring that. There'll be issues. I said, no, I look at it as like the father of the kid on the little league team. He's the one The father expects the most out of that
Oh, yeah.
kid.
He'll be.
And he's harder on that kid because he can be.
Exactly.
And when the other kids see, oh God, little Johnny, the coach's son, gets the hardest time, but with Ryan, here's the thing. When we spoke, I asked him about the classes.
How
and I
was
was
it?
like, oh, he was great. But I said, well, what's going on? I'm hearing your dad's side. Tell me your side. He said, well, I stopped taking a lot of classes when I should have taken more. And he goes, yeah, I failed 1 or 2. And I said, well, what about the 5 you need to get a degree? I mean, when you're talking, you've been that far, that long. He says, well, right now, Bo, I can't focus on that. I got to focus on getting out of where I'm at right now.
Yeah, he does.
And he goes, maybe down the road, I can take those classes. And I said, well, I'm going to tell you, done properly, this job can be very addicting. And I'm not going to strip you of a college future.
But can I tell you something? If he gets a degree in criminal justice, that's just like having a degree in basket weaving. It ain't worth a flip. It ain't worth nothing. It's a waste of time.
There's a lot of cops out there that would tell you that's wrong.
There's a lot of cops out there. A lot of cops out there that got their job without a degree in it.
Yeah, but nowadays to
cops.
move up, you got to have that degree.
Yeah, well, he doesn't want to be a cop. He doesn't know what he wants to do.
I know. And
he's 23 and he doesn't know what the hell he wants to do. And I was the one that said, "Listen, you have a great personality." He does. He's a very he's very
friendly.
He's a lot like
easy. Yeah.
He's a good kid. Easy. So he could use his personality to make a living. I'm like, that would be perfect.
And he's not dumb.
He's a smart kid. He's a smart kid. He's just
like
he's
I
got
said,
that nasty ass beard. Though
I didn't know about that. He failed to mention that to me.
Well, he doesn't think he has to say anything, but you need to reiterate it.
Oh yeah, that beard's going.
Good.
That beard's going before he sits down in a chair.
This is a beard. No, people come in and they're like, "Look at that man with that beautiful beard. He knows what he's talking about."
And people look at that beard and go, "Can I get a salesman?"
Yeah.
No, can I get a salesman?
Yeah.
Because they know a guy with a beard ain't a salesman.
No. It looks lazy. Yeah.
I take so much effort and time and combing it and oils.
You don't even shape it.
Look, I got the best hair
in
you can
theory,
find.
that's what I want to do. But
I got the best hair you can find on a man.
Yeah.
And it takes me literally 4 minutes every morning to get ready to go. I mean, that's it. My hair don't matter. And that doesn't work as a salesman. And
have you ever had a beard, Bo?
No. There's a reason. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look professional.
No,
it's not. People they're not attracted to the beard when they want to spend $20,000 to $40,000.
But it's a thing now. I mean, people in his age, younger, whatever, they think the whole beard and drink the nasty beer. That's what you do.
You can drink nasty beer all you want, as long as you're not there.
Pen holder.
Yeah, no.
So I read him the riot act and the whole. And look, and I was blunt with him and straight up and like, look, I would say, look, I love you, Ryan. I'm telling you this because I love you. You got to get your life together and you got to learn to make a living. You're 23, sitting around worrying, taking a class here, a class there, and working at a gym. You're not getting anywhere.
Well, like I said, I told him, I said, man, the minimum my work around here is 60 hours.
Yes.
I said, and it ain't digging ditches. It ain't doing, manual labor, but there is work to be done. And I said, I will give you all the tools to be successful. What you do with them is going to be up to you. So he said, man, I'm on board. I'm ready to go.
That's what he told me. He said, Dad, I'm going to do everything Bo says. And I'll, so
now you're going to have one more investment in his future.
I'm going to go buy him some shirts and stuff. That's
he's
fine.
going to need shirts and pants and some comfortable shorts. I know it's going to be less than an apartment.
Yeah.
But, you don't want to, and I wanted to
buy him shirts.
What?
Is that bad?
Well, what 23-year-old has 5 or 6 long sleeve button down white collared shirts?
Yeah,
I did.
When? Why? What would you have those shirts for?
I had shirts. I mean, like, you're making it sound like he's destitute and poor.
I'm not saying he's destitute.
No, he is. He doesn't. He doesn't have any money.
Before I started selling cars, I didn't have 5 shirts I could put a tie on with.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I'm to take him shopping when he comes.
Don't buy him that cheap crap either, because he's going to be there 12 hours a day in a shirt, 16 hours a day sometimes.
Let me tell you something else I told him too. I'm going to sound like an a-hole, but there are just certain things in life you got to tell them straight up.
Be direct, right?
Be direct. I said, listen, you cannot live with me. Sorry.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you.
Nope. Listen, I finally have a wonderful relationship, and I've got a beautiful wife, and
she would be okay with it for a minute.
Well, let's just say that she's got children, and we both have children, and we both have told all of our children, no, we
got our own lifestyle.
We got our thing, and so sorry, you're grown up now. You can't move back in the house. I know a lot of parents have to deal with that now. Yep. Their kids coming back. Nope, sorry. And her and I both have had many failed marriages. So our number one priority is keeping our marriage going just right. So, but luckily his mom was like, no, I'd love for him to live with me. Like she's happy about it. And she's been wonderful. Leanne has been great. And she's so glad that he's coming back because he's been away for 5 years.
Right.
Glad he's coming back and appreciative to you. And she said to say, tell Bo, thank you.
Oh, it's not a thank you to me. Listen, I look forward to the opportunity of working with him. And to be quite frank with you, I want to get a good salesman out of the deal. Yeah. And I truly believe he will end up being a good salesman. He's going to get addicted to it. He's going to get his first couple sales under his belt. He's going to be, and it's not like it's more money than he's ever made.
Exactly.
Right now I told him what the program is. We call it the runner program or product specialist. What that pays, it pays around probably 30. And he's like, oh, that's perfect. That's great.
Yeah, for him.
And I was like, well, you're going to be working for that. And I said, and that's not your end all be all. Your end all be all is 6 figures, bro. And I said, and it can be done because I did it.
Yeah.
And this isn't a situation where I'm saying because I've seen other people. I'm saying it can be done because I did it.
Yeah, well,
and I'm nobody special. I'm just a fat kid having fun.
No, you have a great personality.
When I put my mind to something, I did it.
You and Ryan are a lot alike. You have great personalities. People like talking to you. So I think it's the best thing, and I appreciate you doing it.
I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I think it's going to be fun for both of us. And I think, I heard you talking at the end of the show, your show today about teaching people. What would you teach people?
I was going to ask you these questions that we were talking about on the show today.
Yeah.
So if you could teach, where was that one? I have it here. If you could teach something. If you could teach something, what would you teach?
Well, every day of my life right now, because I'm in management, I am a teacher.
Yeah.
That's all I do. I teach people how to, I try and point them in the right direction. What I'm learning about teaching is you can't expect them to pick up everything you're laying down.
Is it hot in here?
It is hot.
My God, What the hell? They got the heat on?
They don't want us here very long today.
I guess not. My God almighty, yeah. Listen,
Excel's trying to smoke us out.
But yeah, I teach every day now. I mean, I teach people what I've learned in the business.
Yeah.
There's no book training. There's nothing. There's books out there on how to sell. There's books how to do this. There's people that say they're teachers. They're not.
Yeah.
Teaching what I have learned is you have a game plan and you hope they pick it up. That's basically what it is.
If you could change something, if you could change, or if you could do it all over again, what would you change?
Wow. There's more than a couple of things.
Yeah. And it's funny. Like, a lot of people to that, they'll say, I wouldn't change anything because, I'm a person that, done it. I've got no regrets and blah, blah, blah.
Well, I've always tried to live my life.
That's why we love Scotty York.
It's because he's the man.
He just turned the fan on.
Holy mackerel. Thank you, Scotty.
That will help a lot,
there's a lot of things. I've tried to live my life with no true regrets.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've made some mistakes.
Sure.
That I've learned from. So I think everything that I've done has happened for a reason.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, there's a few things I would change.
No.
There's more than a couple.
I got one big one.
There's more than a couple. And I don't know that I could sit down and talk and individually pick out one thing or the other I would change. Because again, all the mistakes took me on a different path that have brought me to success one way or another.
And I've taken that into account with my whole thing with what I would change or whatever.
Right.
And there's certain, I've been married many times.
Right.
There's only one though. The one marriage where I had sold my house and moved in with her, and it was her house, and she could tell me what to do. That one I would erase from my history of my life. I wish I never would have done it. It was the worst thing and the worst part of my entire existence.
I had a good first marriage and a really bad first divorce.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change it. It was
Right.
it was
See-
learning. It was something I learned.
And I agree with all the other ones too.
Right.
Even the one with the really young girl or whatever. That one I still would do because I learned a lot from it.
Right.
And I don't have anything against her,
Yeah.
And then of course the first two, I would do those because I have children from them that I love.
Right.
Only that one, that
Yeah.
evil one. That's the one I hate.
I mean, career choices. Career choices.
I mean, you like really kind of narrowed that down there.
Sorry, are we? Am I a little too?
That's why this isn't for radio.
A little too descriptive. Sorry, these are answers, and that's the way I feel.
Yeah, everything that I've done wrong, I've learned from. So, like I said, I'm in a pretty good place in my life right now. So some of it, the things that I've done wrong, I've learned from.
Oh, well, I know the answer. I can answer these for you. Would you break the law to save someone you loved?
I break the law just for me.
Do it for fun.
What would you? Let's see. I don't think. But what would you do differently if you knew nobody would judge you?
Nothing. I do it. I know people are judging me, and I still do what I do.
Just to watch them judge you.
Just to watch them judge me.
Just for the fun of it all.
Exactly.
Have you done? Oh, what have you done lately worth remembering? That's a good one.
This.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you, what I'm gearing up for that I'm going to remember is this trip to Jamaica with my wife and some friends, and that's going to be fun. But, I guess to be quite honest with you, my wife's all into these dogs and we're into the rescue, and I get to say we because I just kept another dog. So we got 5 now.
God.
And, when you look back at it,
imagine that.
I support her efforts because I look at all of these dogs and animal abuse. I look at animal abuse a whole lot different than ever I used to when I was a kid.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, like keeping dogs outside. I used to think that was okay. That's not okay now. Seeing people abuse and mistreat animals, I've never been good with.
You're right. But when we were growing up, it was common for people to, the dog stays outside, and that was okay for whatever. But now you're right, especially in the state of Florida.
Right.
I don't know how you can make a dog, but there used to be always have a dog house thing, stay in the dog, but then they're always dirty and nasty and
I mean, there's just certain little abuses that I would have turned a blind eye to that I no longer do. And again, I've become a much more of an animal person. I grew up around horses and dogs and cows and all that kind of stuff out when I was younger. And I've always loved animals, but memorable, what you're getting back to this question, supporting my wife's efforts and watching some of these dogs. I mean, like we had a puppy for about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I understand. I haven't seen him, but now he was like a little 18-pound puppy. He was a fluff ball. He was the cutest, funnest little thing in the world, but he was a puppy. Couldn't keep him, wouldn't keep him. Now he's grown up. He's like 120 pounds and just the coolest dog ever. See, to watch that stuff, we drove 2 hours to save this dog.
It ain't nobody's business what you do in your house. That's your house, whatever you want to do. But for me, I can understand it because what she's doing is very kind-hearted and sweet, and because she's helping these dogs that need to be adopted or whatever.
Right.
I can see doing one at a time, but those dogs that big, 5 of them in that house, and your house is not set up for it. I just don't understand it.
Well, you got to understand, half the reason we have 5 dogs is me.
These dogs are as big as you.
And they are.
Yeah,
no,
you brought that dog to trivia.
That dog that came to trivia, that son of a bitch is bigger than Bo.
Yeah.
Its face is this. I mean, he's got 5 of those.
Its face is the size of my torso.
So how great was he? He sat there. Yeah, everybody loved
1,
him.
maybe 2.
Yeah, maybe 2, but 5
of those.
That's cat lady crazy.
No, and I'll tell you, half of it's my fault. We would only have 2, maybe 3, if it wasn't for me. I keep wanting to keep these dumbasses. It's my fault. Stuart, we got as a puppy. I love him. Katie, she came up and just loved on me. I couldn't get rid of her. This new one, Charlie, I tried to give to your wife. She sat down and said, I ain't going nowhere.
No.
And I wasn't going to let her go. So, I mean, this is pretty much my fault.
How many pounds
wife.
of dog food do you go through in a month?
My God.
We buy 50-pound bags, and I think we go through. They really don't eat as much as you think. and they're probably 4 of those a month. So we're a couple $300 a month into dog food.
We should put, if you can, on the russandbo.com website, we should put a picture with Bo and all 5 of his dogs.
I'm in. You know what?
We've talked about them every single podcast.
You know what? I've got a picture of back when I was sick, when I had that surgery and I was out of work for
the cancer. He had the cancer.
When I had the cancer and I was in radiation, I got pictures of me, which I'm not going to post because I'm topless. But me laying,
we need the hits.
That's hot.
That's sexy. We have female listeners.
Let me see the boobs.
Laying in bed with
boobs.
Yeah, laying in bed with 4 of my dogs all around me.
Where's
and
the
I'll tell
fifth
you
dog?
what, I didn't have 5 then. I only had 4. Or I had 5 and she was too old to get up there.
Let's see if we can get you to 10. Let's get 10 dogs.
No,
Oh,
No,
yeah.
10. Let's get more.
no,
The
I'm
more.
good. I'm good at 3. If I only had 3, I'd
Screw
be
it.
happy.
Help 10 dogs.
No.
Yeah.
What do you get the other one?
Hey, my wife helps out dogs every weekend, transporting them, moving. And
It's
if you're
because-
listening to this, it's Great Pyrenees of Florida. You can go to that website and see all
A
that
Great
stuff.
Pyrenees, the dog is so big. And you're right,
Yeah.
very docile. At least
Yep.
the one that she brings around everywhere.
Yeah.
Very docile. I don't know about the other ones, but
Don't try and get to her, though. Don't try and get to her.
oh yeah.
Because if you do, that'll be a problem.
Oh, it'll bite
You'll
you.
have 140 pounds of a maniac on your ass.
Yeah.
He does not let anybody get to my wife.
Yeah.
That's and again, one of the things too, I work all the time, and when she's home alone, I don't worry.
Oh,
We
yeah.
don't need a gun.
Well, she's safe. Yeah.
Yeah, she's safe.
Well, that's how I feel at our house too. We've got 2 dogs, and I mean, nothing can even come close to the door without they going crazy.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think those dogs would do that much, but they bark at Scotty
My
for
girls-
about a minute. But Scotty, they like Scotty now.
My girls are meaner than my boys, and my girls are a tad bit smaller. But we almost got sued by a yard company once because she had him pinned. She had the bug guy
Yeah.
and the yard guy pinned up against the fence until we got home.
Oh, our most
Yeah.
docile one bit an electrician. They're like, I'm like, what are you doing? And like Avery, but they, I guess, thought it was coming near Mariella.
Exactly.
bit the hell out
Don't
of
get next to them girls.
If you woke up tomorrow with no fear, what would you do first?
You know what? I've always wanted to rob a bank. I don't know why.
Best answer
I
ever.
don't know why, but I've always thought about
you know
robbing a
what?
bank.
Best answer all day long. We've asked it. No one answered it so great.
That's
I
so
probably-
funny. Like that was gonna be my real answer. Like I was just picking joke answers on the show, and I was like, yeah, no fear. It seemed like a rush, right?
Rob
Yeah,
a bank?
robbing a bank. As long as I
How
didn't
would
hurt
you do it?
nobody.
How would you do it?
Oh, I'd go in. I watch a lot of dumb movies, as you well know.
No,
And
not
I
you.
would go in with you and Scotty.
Oh, wow.
in mass.
Oh, you guys got
Scotty's
accomplices
driving,
now.
obviously.
Well, no, you're the only 2 that I could trust.
Okay, gotcha, all right.
They're
Are
not,
we wearing
it's not
masks?
gonna give me. Okay, yeah, we're wearing masks.
Could he be Batman?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
You be Batman.
mask. Who's Scotty?
We're
You're
going to put Scotty in as Jimmy Carter.
It's Batman and Jimmy Carter.
Batman,
robbing
Jimmy
a bank.
Carter, and what's your mask?
Exactly.
What's your
And
mask?
I'm just gonna be like Zorro. I'm just gonna have a little mask over my eyes.
Like Robin.
Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
be
Yeah, I'm Robin and Jimmy Carter.
Batman, Robin, and Jimmy Carter. Okay.
And have bulletproof vest on so we don't
Okay.
get shot by the guard.
Where are we getting those?
I don't know. I haven't really planned it out. You just said if I woke up tomorrow,
All right,
I'm shooting from the hip right now.
So we got
Yeah.
bulletproof vests.
And we
Okay.
got to have machine guns. We got to have
Machine
AK-47s.
guns. Ooh.
Yeah, because you want to get everybody down. You
Well,
want to shoot the ceiling.
That's a federal crime. Okay, yeah.
I want to shoot the ceiling. It was a federal crime when it was a bank.
That's true.
Yeah, it started out federal. We're going straight fast.
Okay, but if we don't
And-
bring a gun, then isn't it a lesser charge if they catch us?
No, you got to bring a gun. Who's going to let you rob a bank without a gun?
Okay, point.
Come on.
Knife?
And I want to
Machete?
shoot out. I want to shoot out the cameras.
Okay.
I want to say before we get to this is all hypothetical. So you're getting very specific, and I'm worried about
So
that.
when you go
I
up
want
to
to
the,
shoot out the cameras, and I want to make friends with the guard so he doesn't do anything dumb because I don't want to hurt nobody.
it's an old man guard with a shaky
Yeah.
hand,
Yeah,
and
I
he
want to
goes
get
for-
him some dentine or something.
what,
just
what,
so,
what do you say to the lady when you want to get the money?
listen, darling, just give me the cash and don't put any of those die packs in there because nobody's going to get hurt. This is something I just woke up and thought of this morning.
Because
So
I
if
had
you're
no
gonna
fear.
Help me, help you, okay? We put the money in the bag. We jump in Scotty's Tahoe. We go down the road.
Don't tell me it's Tahoe. I mean, and we go to the springs.
And we
And
go
his
to the
house on the
Springs.
left, over by the
Exactly. And we start distributing the money to all the bear people.
How much money do you think
And we
we get?
save the bear.
And you know what? This is the reason. This is probably the main reason I would never do it. Not
It's
because
illegal.
of no fear.
Yeah.
But no fear thing. If
Yeah.
I had no fear of getting caught,
Right.
that's why I don't do it.
Yeah.
But if I had, we'd only probably end up with $6 or $10 grand.
That's it.
Yeah,
So
there's not that
I
much
mean,
money. And
That ain't worth
It wouldn't be all. That's why I don't want to do it. But you asked me if I had no fear, what would I do?
See, if you could get 300,000, that's worth it.
yeah, it's always like you're looking at 10 years for like $3 to $4 grand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm out on that. So that's why
Yeah.
I got plenty of reasons not to do it. But you just said, well, so
Well, yeah, there's
that's
no
where I'm
fear
at.
involved, right?
Exactly.
I'm with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, we probably only up with 6 or 10, and realistically, that could be just a long weekend for us three.
See, I started thinking about the things I'm afraid of, and like everything I'm afraid of, I don't want to not be afraid of. Like I'm afraid of roller coasters. I don't want to not be afraid of roller
Why
coasters.
not? Roller coaster. I'll tell you what
I
I'm
hate
afraid
them.
of.
What?
This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
What?
I went to a roller park. I went to do roller coasters with somebody.
Yeah.
And I was embarrassed because I couldn't fit.
Oh.
They couldn't put the things down on me.
What do they tell you? What do they do?
They
have to get
try. They try to put
Do
it
they
on
try?
me. They
And
try to put it on you.
And when they can't put it down, and they can't put it on your belly,
I
do
get
you
out.
suck in? Do you try to
Oh
suck?
God, yeah. And then it got to the point where I was like, okay, I can't hold my breath for 5 to 6 minutes, so this ain't gonna work. And then if it was that tough to get latched, it's probably not fully secure.
How about the Haunted Mansion? Can you ride the Haunted Mansion?
Yeah, I get
Okay.
on a mansion.
Okay.
But yeah,
Which one did you get denied? Which one did?
it was one at Universal.
Oh.
It was actually when I saw Brittany there that day.
Oh yeah.
And it's that one.
That's
one,
my daughter, Brittany.
yeah, the one that was at where she worked, the Harry Potter one.
Oh, Harry Potter. Oh yeah. It's pretty tight. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
That was tight for
and
me.
then they start talking, and I'm thinking to myself, well, these NFL players ride this crap all the time, and they're way bigger than I am. Evidently not. Well,
they're big, but
they're bigger in the right places.
in certain areas. Yeah.
Stuff fit over my shoulders fine. It was my belly that I had a problem with.
Gotcha.
So I love roller coasters, and I don't mind that kind of stuff because as long as I know 95% of the people are safe, I'm good.
Yeah.
If you don't do something stupid like those guys who used to stand up on Space Mountain,
Well,
that's dumb.
I think that's a rumor.
No, that crap happens.
No, there's a rumor that somebody stood up and killed Space Mountain and they took their head off.
Right.
I believe
And then
that.
he ended up in Haunted Mansion.
I think Snopes has proven that never really happened.
Well, anyway, you can die by doing dumb things
Sure.
on unsafe stuff.
Okay.
But when I was in the Marine Corps, we were on top of this 40-foot tower that we had to climb up. And then they wanted me to jump with just a rope.
Yeah.
Well, I did it. I lived. It was
you
good.
were in the Marine Corps. You're supposed to when you're young. Yeah, but you were young and in shape.
Exactly.
You were Richard Gere at that point.
I really still don't have an idea to jump out of a perfectly good plane.
No, okay. And even if I could be over that fear, I don't want to do it.
I just don't see any.
Yeah.
I don't see any really good. What good comes out of it?
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see
Coming
any.
to the ground too fast just ain't my idea of a good day.
No.
Yeah. Now driving a car really, really fast, that's fun. I did that when I did the Richard Petty experience.
How fast you go?
134 miles an hour.
Oh.
Yeah. That was fun.
You like that?
That was cool. Driving a car fast, driving boats fast. I like going fast. Some things going fast I like to do.
Would you go if Elon Musk let you have a ride in one of his spaceships?
I'd go.
You'd go?
Absolutely.
You take a trip to space?
Absolutely. And they're building a space station that's going to have all the amenities, and it's like 2025.
Like a hotel.
Yeah, all the amenities of a cruise ship.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like going on a cruise ship in space.
You go to space, and you walk around, and all you could see is blackness.
Yeah, I was going to say, why would you want to be by the pool if you're not sunbathing?
That's a good point.
But the sun in space, sun gets here.
Say that again?
There's sun in space.
There's sun in space, yes.
Yeah, so you'd be sunbathing. It's just be a different atmosphere.
Yeah, I think you'd have a really bad sunburn, though. I mean, the UV rays are really, really tight up there.
Not on the spaceship.
I think so.
I
believe if you walked out and tried to get sun in space,
I think you could adjust the screen instead of using whatever's a sunscreen.
Yeah.
You just adjust the screen that the sun's coming in,
All right. Well, these are
and then
very,
you don't have to put on sunblock.
very important things to think about if we go to this. I wonder what the room costs
Oh God!
in
With
space.
Elon Musk, though, he probably foot half the bill.
You can probably go to Jamaica for a long
Lot
time.
cheaper.
Yeah, a lot cheaper, a long time. Like,
Yeah, because I ain't heard nothing about drinking in space.
yeah.
What's drinking in space going to be
I
like?
wonder if you can get drunker in space.
These are all things that we're going to have to find out in 2025.
Yeah, because I mean, you can float in space, so it's got to affect you differently, I would think.
You would think the gravity stick it. Yeah, I don't know, but if Elon needs somebody to go drinking in space and kill about the effects,
You're down?
I'm in.
Okay. All right.
You know what? He doesn't have to pay me; just pay for the trip.
Ryan, would you go to space if Elon Musk wanted to take you for a ride?
Is there a good bar up there?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what
Do they have that crazy craft beer?
Isn't it suck though?
Apparently, you can get drunk while in space, but astronauts are legally banned from getting drunk in space. So no
Why?
one's ever been drunk in space.
Why are they
Don't
legally
say no
banned?
one, because them Russians, they drink.
Well, they got to run
Well,
stuff. while they're
NASA
up there.
astronauts are
Yeah,
banned.
cosmonauts, they probably had a little flask of vodka.
They probably got to be on their game while they're up there. You know what I'm
I
saying?
would imagine.
Yeah.
And I want people on their game when I go up there.
Aren't there like there's got to be a day off though if you're an astronaut, right? Like
Not while
this
you're in
Sunday, I ain't
space.
no, you can't say hey, this is Sunday. I ain't doing nothing today.
You go up there for 30 days. That's 30 days of flat working.
God damn.
It's
You're
a cruise
working.
ship employee.
Yeah,
He's
you're
working
working
the
the
whole
whole time.
Mm.
If that ship has sailed, you're working. If it's in port, you might get some time off.
Yeah.
But, well, here's a fun fact too from earlier. No, people have died on Space Mountain, but no one has died from standing up.
No,
How'd they die?
There was a 10-year-old girl who died of a pre-existing heart condition.
Yeah.
A couple of people have fainted.
There's no decapitation.
And
though.
the only other thing, somebody died on Splash Mountain because he got out of it trying to get to an emergency exit, and another one of the Splash Mountain boats hit him and ran him over.
Oh,
So
See, that's a bad day at Disney.
yeah.
that's bad.
That's a bad day anywhere.
But the whole rumor was that someone stood up on.
I've always heard that.
Yeah, and
As
they
we
got
were kids.
decapitated.
Yeah.
And then they put that head in the haunted mansion, and that's the head. you see.
Yeah.
That's stupid. Why did
Ended
we ever
up in
believe
Haunted
that?
Mansion. Because it was a good story.
Yeah.
That's a good story.
Why do people believe what we say?
I haven't
Like
been-
we're going to space.
I haven't been to haunted mansion in forever.
I know, but it's still cool.
Yeah.
Last time I was there, it went. I haven't been to Disney in forever.
I feel like you gotta have a kid to go to the Magic Kingdom.
And I'm going to tell you
No.
what, if I don't get in for free, I damn sure ain't going. It ain't cheap. It is expensive.
So you only go to get free tickets.
Absolutely. Do you know what it costs to get into Disney now?
I think it's $100 per person,
It's
right?
well over 100.
No, it's not.
Yes,
More?
it is.
120.
And that's just to get in.
God damn.
That ain't to drink. That ain't to eat. That ain't to do. That's just to walk in the gate.
Just to go
That's
see
to
the
get
whole
on the
president.
monorail or the damn boat to get across.
It's $115 for adults for a 1-day ticket.
I'll be damned.
Yeah. And now when
We're
you
proud of
go,
that place.
that reminds me, are you a monorail or a boat guy?
I'm a monorail guy.
Yeah.
I like to think I'm in the future.
Yeah. I like
The future of the 80s.
The future. Look, the old steamboat, that's definitely way from the past.
I love the boat because the lines
Why?
are always shorter.
But
You
it
don't
takes
have to wait
longer
as
to get
long.
over there.
No, they're about the same.
I like the monorail feel, man. It's like space.
Yeah, I like the boat over the monorail back.
Mm.
Yeah, because I'm ready to get home at that point.
I can't wait for those new gondolas.
Oh, wait. And you know what? We didn't even talk about the parking. It costs you another $25 to park.
Is it gondola or gondola?
Are those different things?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I thought
Is it
it's just
tomato
gondola.
or is it tomato?
I thought they were saying like gondola and gondola. I thought it was saying,
Gondola is what the people from Kissimmee ride when they get there. Like, oh, one of them gondolas.
I want the gondola. Oh, hey, are you? So you're playing poker this Saturday?
Yes, and I'm excited about that.
Yeah. I gotta go shopping and get something nice. While I'm
Oh,
good.
yeah. What,
Well,
somebody asked me what's the dress.
You got all
Is it-
kinds of. Yeah, you can do
Is
that.
it casual business?
Yeah.
Oh, so I can't come in shorts and stupid.
No.
Casual business wear.
Yeah.
Okay,
You got to
somebody
wear a
did
fancy
ask me.
dress. That's what we told Angelique. So we have to tell you the same thing. So we're not being sexist.
Think
No.
Angelique will loan me a dress?
I told Angela. I told Angela, you're our show pony. You got to look right.
Okay. All right. So a shirt and tie.
Yeah, and whatever.
All right. All right. Cool. I didn't know. I mean, I'll do whatever. I
Yeah.
might even get some new shoes.
There you go.
Who knows?
That sounds good. Are you going to
Yeah.
really try to play poker?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, here's the thing. We
Yeah.
have to last longer than Dirty Jim. You know that, right?
Yeah.
That's-
You know, I beat Dirty Jim at his house.
I know.
I beat him at his house twice.
Yeah.
So, but it just depends on how the cards are running. And are we drinking beforehand?
We're drinking beforehand, we're drinking during and after.
Should we go to dinners first? Scotty's going. Should we all go to dinner maybe first?
I would love to.
Scotty?
Yeah, let's do
All
it.
right. I'll have your girl call my girl, or one way or another. We'll work out dinner.
I like that.
Somewhere before there.
And probably near that area. And there's a lot of cool restaurants down there that I'm not really that familiar with. But
the Fish and Lure or whatever it is down there, and the White something, and yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah.
Are we
Let's
gonna
do
invite?
that.
Are we gonna invite Mr. Holmes?
Yeah, you and your girl want to go with us?
Yeah, I was just, I was like, all right, you guys have fun at your stupid dinner. Whatever,
No,
man.
it's all right. I just included you. Thank you.
Could you do something with that beard for me?
Yeah, really. Don't tell. Can you not tell people we know you though?
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna get a cornroad for the tournament. Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, you should do like
Nice.
who was it? There was some wrestler that used to put like beads and stuff in his beard.
Yeah, that was Lou Albano.
Captain Lou Albano.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do.
Mm.
Yeah, braid that bitch up.
I was gonna go for like
Braid that bitch up.
like an old Western style look. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And do a string tie too.
yeah.
A bolo.
Good call.
Yeah.
All right, listen. If you want us to come out and do this at your place, okay, we'll do it. Just go to russandbo.com. Talk to Scotty York. Mr. York will hook it up because he handles everything in the Russ and Bo empire.
He's our business
If you need
manager.
to buy a Nissan, it's Bo
Or
the Big Man Road.
anything. We're selling more than just Nissans at Bill Ray Nissan, and you can see me Bo Rhodes at BillRayNissan.com, or just call down there. I'm pretty much always there.
Thursday nights, it's Ryan Holmes, the best trivia man in town.
Voted by the people.
Voted by the Orlando Weekly, and it's at Bubbaloo's Barbecue in Apopka.
Yep.
We'll be there tonight, but like every Thursday he'll be there, so you can join him for that. And if you want to get my comic book, it's called Jolly Jane. You can get it by going to bigcitycomics.com. That's bigcitycomics.com. We ain't got to go home.
But we got to get the hell out.